topic for today is we're going to generate leads in a random market that you all select. So I'm going to give you some options. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give you any options. I want to hear from you in the chat. Where do you want me to generate leads today for today's masterclass? Put it in the chat right now. I want to hear it. We're going to be going over a few things as I generate leads. It's not just the lead part. I'm going to show you guys reviewing the quick evaluation deal framework that we went over quite a few times in the 16-hour live stream. We'll be reviewing that. We'll also be reviewing the end-to-end process again. This is where we're focusing on. This is where I think a lot of people kind of get confused on how it looks to work with agents. I've been kind of going through some mental framework of like scaling folk to 8 to 10 deals a month and how to properly do that on free lead generation and kind of like what the answer is for some of this stuff. Because I think some of you guys get kind of, well, not some, like I was a part of this group too, where it's like there's so many different things you can do to generate leads. So you feel like you need to do all of it right now. When realistically, there's some easy wins just getting going. And it's like trying to focus on how do you get your business to go from $100,000 to $1 million? Well, right now we need to focus on getting to 100,000. And then when we get to $100,000, we can focus on the next goal. Maybe it's to 500. Okay. And how this actually looks at scale, it's going to be a mixture of a few things. We could do plenty of deals with agents. You could do creative deals if you want. I prefer to say let's focus on cash, but we can make a lot of money just working with agents. But as you go to branch out, start diversifying a little bit on different modes of lead generation, still using tools like Deal Generator without having to spend an arm and a leg to get deals done. But we're going to be reviewing this as part of today's lead gen of like realistically the best way to get going, to get some of these leads and turning those things deals, common challenges you're going to have with that. Because I know Corey, you had a question before we hopped on here. I'm going to answer that. So we're going to review it. And then of course, we're going to do everything from pulling the list to start marketing to that list, sending out text messages. And of course, like using, y'all know the drill. We're going to be using Deal Generator because I'm not just going to sit there and single line dial all these one by one. Let's see what we got in the chat. We got North Carolina from Mr. Corey. Challenges is 7:15 in North Carolina now, but hey, still try to get a shot. Tampa, 7 p.m. on a Friday in Tampa. I don't know, Clive, how are you guys doing with the hurricane? Is this a good time to call? I don't know how happy we're going to be Friday at 7 p.m. after a hurricane. Maybe I could be wrong. Fort Myers, like it, same thing. Wonder how they're reacting to the hurricane stuff. A lot of people are without power. So North Carolina, a lot of East Coast stuff. Memphis, Tennessee is an interesting. We haven't done Memphis. Memphis is kind of a difficult market in that they don't give you the agent information. So that's interesting. I like it. Angela says, I don't know how to say that. DuPage or DuPage County, Illinois. Okay. Celion's in Southeast, pretty sure, right, Celion? We got Virginia Beach. Okay, Paul. I like it. How's the weather there right now? Go. I dare you to do so. Ruben, see what you're doing. Trying to play games in my head. Just like when my granddaddy was like, you know what? I bet you can't beat me to the mailbox. He would never act box. It was just a ploy for us to get the mail for him. I dare you to do SoCal in LA County. Clive says, no problem. It's just like a blast. Oh, okay. Well, look, I don't know what a blastery day is, but that sounds pretty It rains all the time in England. You guys are used to Atlanta, Georgia, Reynaldo, you know I'm always in Atlanta. I'm trying to do somewhere we ain't been there. Yeah, Celion, sorry. So I thought you were in Southeast Florida. I mean, Trinidad and Southeast Florida is very, so if we're looking at it on the map, probably closer to Florida than people living in Southeast Florida are to Jackson, if we're thinking geography. All right, let's see. San Bernardino County. Ooh, pretty rough. I mean, we do Riverside County, and that's basically 4 states into one. You guys know Riverside County basically covers like 4 East Coast states. It's huge. Biggest county in the country. No power. Do you have power, Clive? You probably got a generator. Kari says Charlotte. Okay. I don't know. Is it raining hard over there? I mean, I have family. I'm from South Carolina, and I got a lot of people posting, all kind of crazy. So I'm a little worried. Y'all know we like the South in general, but I'll put it on the thing. I had an agent respond to my text today. Corey, come take a long walk of short dock. I love it. Crazy. Austin, Texas. Okay. Well, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the 4 best market. I'm going to put it on a wheel, and we're going to spin the wheel wherever that lands. Put your top 4 here. Put your top 4. I'm going to definitely put Memphis, Tennessee on there because I feel like that would be at least a thing to do today. I'm liking Midwest. I'm liking Oklahoma City because it's not too late there yet. Let's go. Jakari says, I'm trying to figure out how to wholesale on the MLS. So sorry, not Jakari. Well, I'm saying your name wrong the whole time. It's Jakai, right? So we don't want to do on market. we ideally call agents and ask for off market. Not to say that we can't do on market, but every time we try to do on market, we have to be way lower than what the price is listed. So, okay, Memphis, Tennessee. What else? There we go. I got it right. Kai, sweet. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? We'll do Memphis, Tennessee. You know what? I'll put Charlotte on there. We're probably gonna get people being like, it's 8 o'clock on a Friday and the hurricanes come for that reason. Let's do Oklahoma City. What else? You guys get to pick the last two. Clearwater, Florida. You know what? I'll do it. People don't have power, but we're gonna ask them if they have some syrup. You're gonna be like, yeah, there's one floating away. Let's see. What else we got? Boise, Idaho. Now, you guys don't know this, but I actually own a property in Boise, Idaho. Okay, just saying. I got a creative deal up there that makes me no money, so high five to myself. It's the best. I just met a buyer today looking for deals in OKC. See, come on. All right, Riverside County or Boise, Idaho. Just because of timing today, I feel like we shouldn't do Clearwater. I feel like I'm gonna put Boise, Idaho in there just because of the time of the day, and then I'll put, you know what? I'm gonna put Riverside County, California. Some said it couldn't be done. Got a couple folks for Riverside. Here we are. Wheel of names. Completely random. We got Memphis, Tennessee, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Boise, Idaho, Riverside County, California. We're going to take some wagers here. Okay. It's 25% shot. $1 can turn into $4. Rochester, New York. Kai, I have a student of mine, Ryan Madigan. He's up in Rochester, New York. Interesting market because properties actually cash flow there pretty well. I mean, you got like $150,000 houses that rent out for like $2,200. What is going on at Rochester? Crazy. Where is? Oh, it's outside of Chicago. 932,000 people. Is that a good area? Never done anything. I love it. Do you really? You should definitely meet him. He's a great guy. He's gotten multiple properties from agents up that way. He's currently working on a flip. Well, we're trying to negotiate. Definitely should meet. His name's Ryan Madigan. I have to try to connect. We need to create some sort of database for you guys on like where you're at so you can meet other people in your area. I know there's probably a ton of resources, but just specifically the folks that come in and do the stuff that we're talking about, like you already have something in common to meet. Westchester. Now you guys are crazy. Rochester, Westchester, Northchester. What are we doing? Where is West? I've been to New York once. Can't remember most of it, but I know we went through about 17 Elizabeth. Why is there so many Elizabeth? There was like Elizabethtown 1, Elizabethtown 2, Elizabethtown 3. We were going to like Lake Champlain or something. I don't know. I was a kid. I had Pokemon on my DS. I was just living it. It was a long. That was my experience in New York. Go close to the city. Okay. Well, one of these days we're going to do penthouses in Manhattan and we're going to call agents for their penthouse. Your client would take creative finance on this $10 million penthouse. You never. All right. Well, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. You know what? Just for Angela, I'll put DuPage. We'll put so if you're betting, your odds just went. All right. All right. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What is it going to be? All right. Let's spin the wheel. Ooh, Boise, Idaho. You know, Boise, Idaho is an interesting market because it experienced one of the biggest price adjustments, almost like Austin, Texas. Boise, Idaho. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. How are we feeling about Boise? Are you guys cool if we do Boise, Idaho? Or should we do last man standing? Last man standing? Last city standing? What do y'all want to do? Y'all want to do Boise, Idaho? I'm going to leave it to you guys. Vote. Boise, Idaho or last city standing? Meaning I will spin the wheel, remove one every time until there's one. Which one do you want to put it in the chat? What do you guys want to say? Joanne, yes is not an answer. I give you two options and Joanne said Boise, Idaho. Okay. Two for Boise. Let's go. What else we got? Yvonne says last city. That's a vote for last city. Kai says last man standing. Okay, that's 2 for 2. We need some tiebreakers here. We got 31 people watching. Come on, put your vote in. Put it in the chat. What we got? Do we want to do okay. Yolanda says last city. Paul says Boise. We're 3-3 right now. We're 3-3. Put it in the chat. Come on, I need your help. Y'all know the rules for these training. Good luck with that. Clive, you know what? You're bringing it, and I'm going to show you. Whatever it ends up, we're going to show you how. Don't like the energy, Clive, bringing me down a little bit, saying like, yeah, you don't think I could do it. Is that what Reynaldo says Boise. Okay, we're 4-3 right now. 4 for Boise, 3 for last city standing. What do we got? Put it in the chat, you guys. Come on, help me out here. Laura says I don't know Boise. Might be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take that as a Boise vote. That's 5-3. I love how you guys keep me on your toes, not really telling me your vote. All right, 5-3. Don't do that on the ballot this coming November. All right. Can you guys imagine like writing that in? Being like, never experienced that before. We're going to give it a might be saying? 5-3. 5-3. We'll give it another second or two so we can start generating leads, you guys. What are we saying in the chat? Are we saying Boise, Idaho, or last city standing? What are we saying? Come on, y'all. Put it. Chat. With all the folks, watch. You guys, I believe. Clive says, all right. So I'm assuming, Clive, you mean go for Boise, Idaho. So that's 6. You know what? Make me proud. Casey says Boise, Idaho. Okay. There we go. Boise, Idaho it is. The wheel don't lie. Try to change the rules up. Boise, Idaho. All right. Well, let's get this party started. Thank you all for telling me what city you were thinking of. And Boise, Idaho is a winner. So property search. Let's go to Boise. We are going to draw our shape. There's a lot of openness. If we go up to Eagle, Idaho, that's probably too pricey. So let's try to do something like this. You know, I feel like all of this, like, where does Boise actually end? You know what I'm saying? For my Boise people, does it go all the way to Caldwell? I'm going to cut it right here. All right. 173,000. Some of you guys are saying it would go all the way to, hold on. Let me Google this real quick. I love how Boise County doesn't actually include Boise. Fun fact, I dated a girl from Boise one time, just in case you guys are curious. All right, Boise, Idaho County. Ada County, geez Louise, Ada County. All right, this is what we're looking at. It's kind of ridiculous. Well, I'm keeping my shape. Let me see what I drew. Did I include star? No, I didn't. All right, hold on. I'm going to redo this boundary. And we're going to come through like this. Zoom out just a little bit. Okay, 209 is what we got. All right, let's go to filter. I'm going to do residential, and I'm going to select sub-classification for single family, so it includes all the different classifications of single family here. I'm going to do MLS is on market. Again, y'all, we are not calling for these lists. Don't care about the properties in particular. I care more about the agent that is listing those properties. So this leaves me about 2,000. You know, median price point. Let's check this out. Boise, Idaho, ZHVI. Okay, 483. Very similar to Phoenix numbers. Look at that. Look at the correction they had 2022 down. Huge dip. I mean, in comparison to what a lot of like Midwest markets saw, and even in Texas and Florida, they experienced a pretty decent drop. Like if I would compare this to like Texas, CHVI, let's see what they got. Yeah, Austin's been crazy, but like, whoo, Austin's still going down, y'all. Yikes. I mean, to be fair, they were selling these houses at crazy prices in Austin. But okay, so we know 480 is median, so probably half the time the properties are worth more than that. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's do like 575. Ooh, that took away 1,000 properties. It's 1,000 properties listed over 575. I might have to go higher than this, y'all. I might have to go to 625. Still, yo, that's crazy. Let's go 650. All right, I'm not going any higher than this. The reason why I did that is I'm looking at this little rinky-dink house here. Estimated value 635. So yeah, that's just what we're dealing with. This looks sweet. Let me go up just a little bit more to see if I can capture anything more. Oh goodness. Okay. Well. We're going to try our best. This is for you, Clive. This is for you. If I can get leads in Hawaii, okay, I can get leads in Boise, Idaho. All right, 798. Let's go ahead and select all. Save. So I'm not sure if Batch is going to give me the agent information attached to the property, so I'm just going to save both, okay? So we can check it out. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this content and you're liking what you see here on this channel and you want to be a part of our live trainings that we do every single Saturday, that's where this recording came from. We call it our Masterclass. You can join the very next one by going to noflufflive.com. You'll sign up there. You'll get the link. It's free, never charge for it. If you ever want the recordings from previous ones that you see here on the YouTube channel, or maybe even ones that I haven't even posted, go to noflufflive.com/masterclass pass. You'll see it in the description of this video. It's completely free. We never charge for it. The only thing that I hope is you use this information, you use these recordings, and you go make money. So maybe down the line, we can do some deals together. Let's get back to the training. I'm going to give you guys some hacks too. If you have batch leads, follow these steps. Okay. So I'm going to add my list. This is my Boise, Idaho active agents. Hit save. Okay. We're also going to save the agents here. We're going to add it. This is my Boise, Idaho active. Save. Done. Now, if you guys are using batch, a good practice to get, I guess, used to as a part of your workflow is updating your list, if not on a weekly basis, at least on a monthly basis, coming in here and using the same exact search and pulling new properties that you didn't have on it before. So the way to do this is you click on filter, you'll hit save search, and I'll save this as my Boise, Idaho active agent search, right? Hit save. So now I don't have to worry about drawing that shape again or doing any of these filters. I'm just going to go to that save search and save this list again. So like, let's just say I go back to dashboard, I pop back in and be like, oh, let me see if I got any new people in Boise, Idaho. I click on property search, click on filter, click on save search, click on Boise, Idaho agents, and boom, there we go. Here's our 798. Now, if I've already selected all of these before, I don't know which ones of the 798 that I've had before, which ones I don't. So if you select all and you hit save and you go to save to the same list, right? So like my Boise, Idaho list that I just made, right? And I add people to my Boise, Idaho active agents and hit save. It's not going to bring in all of them. It's only going to bring people that I don't have the information on, okay? Which is super duper helpful if you're building a list and you want the most updated stuff. Batch also has a feature, and this is not a batch masterclass. I'm just teaching you guys how to better navigate through the tool to stay organized, okay? But ultimately, like here's my Boise, Idaho active agents. Well, once I download this list, you'll see that I have a bunch of different like lead statuses. Well, you can create your own lead status in batch by clicking the top right-hand corner, clicking on my data management, and then clicking on lead status and making your own. You'll see where I made one that says uploaded. So then that way I can tell the difference of the properties that I've already saved in the past that I've uploaded into Deal Generator and the ones that are technically new. So if I go back to my list and I click on Boise, Idaho active agents, you'll see everything that I brought in just now that I didn't have before comes in as this little green little house, just like in Monopoly, and it says new, right? So once I download this list and I hit actions and I hit export to Excel, okay, and I want to keep the city, state, property address, zip, MLS agent full name, primary phone, and email. I hit next, and this is going to be Boise, Idaho active agents. Okay, next. I'm not going to add any tags. I'm going to hit skip. So now what I want to do, while I still have my 798 selected, I'm going to hit actions, lead status, and I'm going to hit uploaded, right, and hit save. So now all of these properties are going to have the status uploaded. It means I've already had them before. So next month or next week or whenever, when I go to pull more data in for that market, I'll know which ones that I've had before and which ones I don't. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? It'll help you stay organized, I promise. Okay? And just for sake of this, I want to make sure that just in case a batch doesn't have the MLS agent information attached to the property, I'm going to also save my agent list separately, where it was just basically like, hey, here's all the agents associated with the properties you have on this list separately. So if I have to use this list, it won't give me an address. So if I'm trying to call Benjamin, for example, hey, Ben, you have anything coming up? We'll love to take a look. And he's like, well, Matt, how did you get my number? I've never talked to you. And I'm like, oh, good question there, Ben. I think you had a listing. Well, I could click in here and I could say like, oh, looks like you had that one off of Sebastian and the one off Brookfield. Want to see if you had anything else coming up that needs some work. They also have a website, Amherst. Let's go. So this may be somebody you guys need to know because Amherst is a hedge fund. Don't know if you guys know that or not, but if they are doing properties and selling, I don't know if this is the actual Amherst hedge fund, but it looks like it could be. Anywho, back to the list. So if I don't have the address inside of Deal Generator, then I can always pull it back up in batch. I could search like, oh crap, Benjamin. I don't know. Especially if I'm sending text messages, I have time to do this. I'm like, okay, Benjamin Zevaruka. I don't know how to say that. Okay. Oh, cool. I can click on his name and be like, okay, well, he is associated with these properties, just in case, right? So not to get too confusing, I'm going to go ahead and download both just in case the property addresses that we saved doesn't have the MLS agent information attached to it. I'd rather use the property one because the phone number attached typically is the right one that the agent wants to be contacted on, but you never know, okay? So let's go ahead and do list name is Boise, Idaho. Hit apply, not Benjamin, all of them. Left me with about 522 unique agents in Boise, Idaho that I want to reach out to. I'll select all, hit actions, hit export to Excel. See, I can't bring in a property address, so I'm bringing an agent first name, last name, primary phone, and email. Hit next, Boise, Idaho active agents only. Okay, so there we have it. I'm now gonna update the lead status for all of these people to uploaded and save. Okay, so under reports, Under save and export, I should be able to see my properties. Here's my Boise, Idaho active agents that hopefully I have the information for that's attached to the properties. And here are my Boise, Idaho active agents that are just the agents only, 522. You'll see that the list is smaller because a lot of times those agents have multiple listings, right? And this is like, hey, these are just there's 522 total agents, not just all the addresses and agents having multiple addresses. So let's go ahead and hit save. Let me go back to make sure you guys don't have any questions. Let's go. What's up, Clyde? Thanks for being here. Let's go. They chose Boise, Idaho, Clyde. What are we doing? It's fun. It's gonna be fun. All right. So now let's go to Sheets and let's drum roll, please. Let's see if it's got the agent information attached to the property. Let's see if Boise, Idaho is still on the good list. Here we go. Replace spreadsheet Oh, it does. All right. Congratulations, Boise, Idaho. You're on the good list. We got to have fun while we do this, y'all. I kind of lose my mind when we're on the live stream. All right. So perfect. We have the name, we have the phone number, and we have the email address. Perfect. I won't even worry about the other stuff. What I will do, though, is I will create a filter, and I am going to remove all the blanks. Can't have any blanks in here. There we go. And delete. Sweet. Let's see here. Oh, this whole time you guys were hearing me through the iMac? Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me fix that. Probably sounds like I'm talking in a hallway. Hang on. Here we go. We're going to fix this. All right. So now, perfect. Can you guys hear me better now? Is this okay? Sweet. Hopefully it is, and it's not super crackly. But now that we have removed the blanks, we are left with just phone numbers and addresses and names and email. Gotta love it. Sweet. All right. So this is our list that we're going to download. This is Boise, Idaho active agents. Let's go, man. Was that from the, was that during the 16-hour live stream when you sent out those offers? Clyde. You're the man. Good work. Good sir. We're just spreading the word out here. We're just like everybody doing deals. Everybody making $10,000, $15,000 a deal. Everybody's making money. Let's go. You said, let's go. Clyde said, yes. Everybody in the chat, give it up for Clyde for getting a deal during the 16-hour live stream. Way to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit save as a CSV. I've already done that. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Heading over to batch leads. Everything looks good there. We will now, did you drop a foam roller? Is that what you just did? Did you have a foam roller your back? No, Vince has a foam roller's back. Vince got a bad back, y'all. We need to give Vince a nicer chair. Okay. Way to go. 13K assignment already assigned. Love to see it. Heading over to deal generator. We're going to upload our list. We're going to text our list. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for your text message for ages. Of course I have properties that I need to sell that needs work. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and import our contact. All right. City, state, address, name, number. And you know what? We'll do email too while we're at it. Why not? Vince, you can roll your back to stop making the sound effects. All right. Boise, Idaho, active. All right. Market is Boise. This is September. Still, this is September. I feel like September has been fast, but also very long. September 2024. Here we go. And let's hit submit. Okay. Let's get this list uploaded. Y'all know the deal. Shelly, Chris, Pete, Jason, all these people are about to get a text message from me. I am afraid to look at how many missed messages I have. Let's see. And this is why you need to have a virtual assistant. All right. Sweet. So I had some automated text. Vince, why do I see your text?
I don't know. It happened last time.
Vince, this is my lead. You need to back up. Just kidding. This could be really old. What in the world? Let me respond to this lady real quick. Hey. All right. I'm going to forget about the rest for now. Let's go ahead and go back to our contacts. Now the list should be uploaded. We're going to go to Boise, Idaho. Now, as we go through this, guys, a couple things. Only thing we're focused on is getting tier 1 agent. That's what goal looks like right now in the initial outreach. Just trying to find somebody who's going to give me an address. Something I can look at. Now, I want that something to be higher quality as I get better and better at doing this. I'm going to throw more stipulations on the type of properties that I'm looking for. And that means more and more times the addresses they send to us isn't going to work. But but it's still an opportunity to say, hey, can I still reach out and follow back up, right? These are deal finders for you. And the reality is, most of the time, the properties that they find for you are not going to be ones that you can buy and turn a profit. And I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to be starting something next week. Look for an email from me if you guys are in the mentorship or you're in Deal Generator. You're going to get an email from me. It'll be a separate email going out to everybody else, where we're going to be doing something called Underwriting Academy, teaching you guys underwrite stinking deal. And it's going to take about 2 or 3 weeks of me doing this. So next week, I'm going to be teaching some of my students live. I'm going to have it recorded so you guys can watch while we do it. But it's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hour sessions, 3 days a week, called Underwriting Academy. Many of you get really stuck on, I don't know how to evaluate a deal. I don't know how do I know if I underwrite this thing properly that's going to be able to move? Creative, cash, doesn't matter. And I'm talking about not just quickly evaluating a deal. I'm talking about underwrite the deal. As in, does this make sense as a wrap? Why does it make sense? Does this make sense as a seller finance transaction for a long-term hold? Why does it not make sense to do that? Both single family and multifamily. So it's going to take me a little while because I'm taking some of my students that are starting from scratch. Eugene Abraham will be one of the biggest ones, and I'm going to be working with them to teach them how to be basically a badass appraiser. I come from an appraiser background, so it helps me be able to quickly identify good leads. And I can look at an address from somebody sends to me, and within 60 seconds, I know if it's what direction we need to go with that lead, or if it's even worth the time, or if we just move on. So I would ideally like for all of you guys watching to be able to do the same. Quickly be able to look at a lead and understand where it's. So look for more information on that. That's going to be called Underwriting Academy. And by the end of it, we're going to be certifying some underwriting. A ton of people in No Fluff Real Estate with Matt Beard Facebook group that y'all need help underwriting your lead. I would love for some of my students and the people who've gone through the academy. It's free. You're not paying for it. They're going to go through and get some freaking really awesome underwriting training to be able to help everybody else with their. So pump. This is a big time solution that, it's a big problem that we face, not just as a community, but industry at large, to get people to understand, or even for us to understand how to prop. So super pumped about that. So getting back to what we're talking about here, first thing that's most important is to be able to look at a lead and get an address so you can quickly identify, is it worth time, right? Because the next step after you get an address is to be able to underwrite it. And so many of us were afraid that we're throwing good leads away, or we're afraid that we're getting property high. This is going to be something really cool that we're going to be docking through it outside of that, because the fun part about what we do here with No Fluff is we fix the lead problem already. Like this, so many people are still trying to figure out how to get more leads in their business. Like it's an industry-wide thing. Not you guys watching, if you're following these steps, you will have a lot of leads. So we can start fixing bigger problems. I want you guys to be able to evaluate step 2 of this. Create a business that basically prints money for you on the real estate investing side. Is you got to have leads first. Cool, we could check that box, right? The next step is being able to evaluate those things so you know how to move forward with. And then step 3 is learning how to negotiate those deals and how to go about presenting the information that you've discovered during underwriting. That's all negotiation is. If I found during my underwriting process that I'm going to need to be at 150 grand, well, great. There is an artwork, there is a strategy, there's a skill set to be able to present that in a way that is disarming, and it gets someone on the same page with you that would be willing to do that, right? But here on these lead gen masterclass, teaching you guys how to top, so then that way we can start focusing on doing the other step by step. But the Underwriting Academy is going to be something really, 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 and I'm pumped. So I know a lot of you guys, Laura, appreciate you. Joanne, you're in the mentor, so you could be joining Eugene to do it. And for everybody else that's not in there, look guys, you don't have to pay me $1 to learn this. I give this stuff away free. There's a lot of people who work with me closely and we do our daily calls and one-on-ones and stuff. And that's the folks that I'll be training during this Underwriting Academy. But why? Take notes, because it will apply to you. I guarantee it. Okay. And it's all going to be recorded, and we'll package it up nicely at the end, and we'll put it somewhere that you guys can go back. Okay. So Joanne, that'll be awesome. Leon, you too. Okay. Sweet. I see a lot of people like, I want in. Let's go. I am totally cool. It's going to be freaking awesome. But back to here. Let's focus on this. We want to get addresses, and over time, quality of our leads just get better and better. Okay. So with that being said, let's go back over to Deal Generator, because this is part of your first step. You now have people that you can reach out to. So here's our 597. Let's go ahead and bump this up 50 people. We'll text our first 50 here on the live stream. So this is how I do it personally. I go through and I figure out the people that I haven't haven't contacted yet. And I set off an automation by adding a tag to these leads. Tyler, Connie, Juliana, Dawn, Caitlin, Anna, all these. I'm going to select all, not all 597. Definitely don't want to send 600 text messages. We could. Really, we're not going to do that. We're going to do 50. Okay. We have the capacity to send about, you can send as many as you want, but you got to risk your phone number getting marked spam. It's not going to shut down your account. You just have to get a new phone number. But I like kind of doing somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 a day, because as it trickles through the workflow, in a week, all the people who didn't respond today are going to get another text. In a week after that, they're going to get another, right? So it becomes, after about 2 weeks of doing this, at any given day, you're probably going to be sending about 500 text messages, even just sending 150 new on a daily basis as people trickle through the work. Okay. So we're going to send 50 real quick. I'm going to add a tag to these people. Okay. This is text blast. And this is going to be, this is for myself. And we're going to add tags. So all 50 of these people are about to get a text message from me right pop over conversations. This is where things a little crazy, little old. What's today? Is today Friday? It is. That was the whole premise behind it. Emilio gave me, okay, sorry. Joanne says, what happens after week 3? Joanne, you're going to get a sweet certification from me. I haven't decided if I'm going to send you something in the mail, if it's going to be like a plaque or something. It's going to be a little bobblehead of me being like, good job. Haven't decided yet. But it will be some memento that you'll be able with it all. And know that you are a ninja for deal underwriting. Maybe that's what we do. Let's do a bobblehead ninja. It's the underwriting ninja. Is it really? All right. We already got some responses from our 50. Andrea Merrill says, Matt. There's a lot of Matt in mine. Dang, Andrea, take it easy. You're in Boise, Idaho. What in the world? All right. This is what we want to see, though. All right. We have Angela, Anna, and Andrea. All the A's. Matt. There's a lot of Matt's phone. Shoot. I'm sorry. This is weird. We haven't even had no little Friday, but I wanted being sweet. And if they ask me, do you own any property? Heck yes, I do. I got a property off Tillamook. You can check it out. I know it's getting a little late. I kind of want to go to, I've never been. Just like make a trip. It's a short-term rental. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like all my initial responses were Matt, who? Copy paste. Angela says, Matt, please jog my memory. I don't have your number saved to phone for some reason. No hard. I know it's getting late on a Friday. Wanted to try before in the office. Jill, Matt, your last. I might have to pretend that I'm one of our female VAs, because you know what? I should use the gender neutral name. Austina. No, because Karen gets a crazy amount of response. So many. All right. Andrea says, okay, well, I'm very, very secure for my client and myself, and I would need more information. First of all, who referred you to me? Second of all, have we ever met? Don't believe your name sounds familiar, and you're not saved in my phone, which has 8,000. Oh, Andrea. And quite frankly, all right, here we go. So right now you're just coming across like Joe Blow and a spammer, and I unfortunately don't work with those people, but there's about another 8,500 agents in town that are happy to just willy-nilly take anybody off the streets. I don't. I'm 100% referral, and I work for every penny, and I only work, quite frankly, you know what, text. Sorry, YouTube. I can't say that word. All right. So what I'm going to do, Miss Andrea, is I'm going to hit you with some knowledge real quick. Gotta love the feist. So let's figure out what property address I have to her. Okay, it's one here off the street, and I am going to hit her with one of my properties that I own. Just because, like, you know, sometimes you got to hit them. Boise. Okay, I got this one here off 5th Street. This is hers. It's pretty sad. I don't even know the address. I guess it's not. Tillamook, 9180. Okay, this is my property, so I can hit her with this one. When did I close on? Bought it. What happened? It probably rained. Soon. All right, let's see here. So if you guys ever need to flex on an agent, I'm happy to give you guys some credibility so you can flex on an agent. Agent Mastery is one that I believe we have it linked in one of our, I have to find it, but if you email me, matt@highachiever.com, I can try to get you access to it. Go. Okay, so I'm going to give this agent this address. Let me craft up a nice, oh my God. Hold on. Texting has caused damage to the bones of my hands for the last 15 years and had hand surgery every 4 months for injection. So when I really blah, 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 hate texting, I really blah, 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 heard it, and I'm dying right now. And I can't get in for injections 2 weeks. So anybody who knows has been referred to me as aware of this right now. So you're just Joe Blow off the telephone. Okay, cool. Oh my, I totally call time. I know had sting off 5th Street, bought a short-term rental in Boise last year off 9185 Tillamook Drive. I only work through agent total anything on home promise okay. That's it. Sin. Miss Andrea, I feel claimed. And honestly, I don't know if it's an agent I really want my network, but I gotta do do it for you guys. She claims that her hands are forever damaged from texting. Andrea, I gotta feel like there were other things in your life. You know, I'm not here to. Some people call me the real estate, but you know. All right. Here to Man Clive. Y'all know where y'all come to Friday for some dad joke. It's here on a live. Ruben, flowchart. Yes, I can definitely share that with you guys. Save these links. Share it with you right now. Link. Boom. All right. And you guys can save these two whimsical links. Let me try to. And by the way, if you're ever wanting to make flowchart, whimsical is awaiting. All right. Back to our conversation. No drama. It's a hit. Jakai says, so for those of us who don't own property in Boise, should we just move on to the next property if their age responds like this? I mean, it's okay to give it back to them, right? Saying, hey, I promise not to waste your time and trying to, right? But ideally, when you guys go into markets, you get some relationships with people that you know are doing deals. So if you ever have a tough time, that's why I think having a directory here for everybody watching would be very helpful. So that way, when you go into a market like Boise, who's already there? And if you don't know anybody there, then it probably doesn't make sense to go into a market, right? You want to be able to have some unfair, right? Here we go. Andrea, well, guess what I'm doing right now? I'm sitting here, sitting through 53 photos, getting ready to put a house on the market. Give me a call. Of course, what else am I doing? I'm sitting here working. Dang, I bet you wished you bought that Tillamook house in March 18. They only paid $231 for it. Dang. Why did you buy it with an assumption? Why are you roasting me, Andrea? Why are you roasting? This is all fun and games, and you're roast for no reason. Hey, but look, mistakes were made, okay? Someone told me to buy stuff too, and it was a good. All right, that's what I heard on them. This is honestly not a bad property. I'm actually excited long term, but she is roasting me. That's awesome. I feel like I got a heckler in the crowd right now. Dang, that sucks for you. Dang, and she probably didn't even own a house. I love it. Anna says, "Sorry, who do you work for?" Just me, and I have a small with project or setting up. I own 2180. We do have a fixer up coming on market 45-ish 8. Oh my goodness, I would love to take if go. I am afraid I do not know how to say Saherzada. Is that how you say that? That was a pretty good first. We're gonna call Andrea and we're gonna have a long let's go, guys. Boise, Idaho. We got one lady says she's got a flip coming up in 45 days. It's gonna hit the market. Well, what if we could buy it potentially before it hits the market? Give me the go ahead. I will know more in a few weeks back. Different types of properties I purchased. Just popped up around 91.5 Tillamook Drive. Not just go. Let's see what Andrea Merrill's all. She even has her own website. 100% referral base. All right, what is she talking about? She says she can't text, but this is the most texting we have ever seen on one of these lives. Well, I don't have. I never do assumptions, so anything that you want to buy with an assumption, and I'm getting ready to lower the price. 5th Street house, re-trigger all the photos. It is now the only single-family house as 1 minute ago. The only single-family house in the entire city of Meridian. And since we put a tenant in place, we can now actually list twice in the MLS legally as residential and as residential income. So I'm getting ready to go live on both right now and then set up the tour factories for both. Okay. Don't know what you mean, Andrea, but...
What's shaking, bacon?
Miss Andrea, how are you?
I am too busy. What are you doing?
Oh, not much. Same. You know, it's Friday night and we're out here being crazy, trying to ask people if they got properties I could look at.
Oh my God. So need to work on getting a like.
Hey, quick heads up. If you're liking what you see here on YouTube on these videos, obviously it means the world to us if you guys would consider subscribing. But more importantly, if you want the full uncut version of these trainings, not only do I want to encourage you to come to the actual master classes, you can always get the link at noflufflive.com. But more importantly, these recordings are saved in what we call our Masterclass Pass. So if you want to hear the calls and just some information that YouTube doesn't want us to share on their platform, you can get the entire version over at Masterclass Pass. All you need to do is go to noflufflive.com/Masterclass Pass, completely free. I just hope that you guys go implement this stuff and you start doing deals, and maybe there'll be a chance for us to do some down the road. All right, back to the video. Guys, you want to be remembered when talking to agents. I'm not saying you need to have a 53-minute call with these people every time, but these kind of things, you want to be remembered when you talk to agents. And you can do this anywhere in the country. We spun a wheel and we found Boise, Idaho was going to be our market for today. We pulled a list. I never talked to this lady a day in my life. And 53 minutes later, I learned probably more about her than what I really wanted to. At the end of the day, when people want to lead a conversation, be patient. You never know where it's going to go. If I'm just trying to do it all about business, this is a people business. So the better we can build relationships and get to know people, it's going to open doors that people who just make this very transactional, they're going to lose every single time. So sometimes that calls for a 50-minute call. I appreciate you guys watching this stuff. Hopefully this content hits you and you find it valuable. We don't hold anything back, you know, and you're able to take this stuff and you're able to implement this, and you can see this isn't rocket science. You got to be able to talk to people. So hopefully you guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday night. It is 9 p.m. there on East Coast time. I'm now 12 minutes late to my notary appointment. I'm going to go do that. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all were amazing tonight. I'll see y'all soon. Okay. Bye.